Hopefully you realize by now that the Sweet Science Lab isn't just about the analysis. It's also about discussions over topics that I'm interested in and that we're all interested in, because sometimes I bring it in from the comments. One thing I'm interested in talking about today is different lenses for combat analysis, looking at things through different perspectives, different viewpoints. Sometimes that can be like night vision goggles or 3D glasses or UV lights. They can provide a new view of reality, and you see things that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. You gain a different type of insight, one with far more information than just a normal set of eyes that only relies on the eyes alone. Like, for example, if you look down below, lower on the screen, you should see a like button. You know what to do. The sweet science of violence is no different. It's just a piece in service to the greater rule. I talked about analysis through different approaches and frameworks. In other words, the things you're searching for changes from approach to approach. In the if-then video, when I talked about Duran and his boots, the search was cause and effect, which required kind of like a subtle psychological tinge to properly try and, guess what a fighter is expecting so that I can understand their reaction. Kind of like Floyd is expecting a jab, and so his reaction is to pull back and counter over top. If a jab comes, then he can counter. In the game of inches, which is another kind of perspective that I do in combat shorts. In the game of inches, it's all about distance and position. How subtle changes, just the smallest movement in the hands or the elbow or the head or the shoulder or the feet, can have massive effects over the outcome of fights. Now I will introduce another lens: deception. One of the best videos I've done on this particularly was with Floyd Mayweather, titled Traps and Subterfuge. And the idea is, how can you make your opponent believe one thing that puts them in position to be perfectly damaged or countered by another? So it's not just the deception itself making them believe something, but it's making them believe something that puts them in position for you to successfully do another. So one way you can look at it, you can look at a fight that way. You can look at it game of inches, think about distance, or you can look at it if then, cause and effect, or you can look at it through deception. What is fighter A trying to make fighter B believe, and why, most importantly, and then vice versa, of course. So when someone does a level change feint, what are they trying to make the other fighter believe, and what are they setting up when that fighter does believe that? Or if someone keeps throwing the same right hand, could it be that they're setting up a left hook? Which is like just some simple examples, right? Deceiving your opponent is one of the most important things you can do in combat, because if your opponent knows exactly what to expect, then they know exactly what to do to take you out. But the opposite is true. If your opponent doesn't know what to expect, then they don't have the tools to take you out, and they have to guess, which is why I always say the fighter that can make his opponent play a guessing game is going to have a much easier time. And that's some of these things are going to be mentioned in some upcoming analyses that are coming very, very soon. But I'll keep this video brief, and because it's just an introduction to an idea, and hopefully the idea is clear. But it's probably not something I'm going to make individual videos on in this vein, but it's something that will be infused into a lot of videos. The idea of deception, making someone believe something so that you can set them up for another. And I've already infused it into a lot of stuff like the AJ traps. Whenever I talk about traps, I'm usually in that realm of deception. I might mention the concept to help bring all of our minds towards that, to help frame what we're talking about. But whenever I talk about traps, there's a lot of stuff bringing you into a fake reality so that you can get hit in the face with the real reality, literally. I just thought it was an interesting point of discussion, but I have to do more analysis, and I will see you very soon, Fight Scientists. Some more dropping today and probably tomorrow and hopefully the day after. That is all, Fight Scientists. Immortality Serum out.